All right, so just a little note on your first homework, homework number 1, 10-point homework. So to reiterate, this is a student paper, okay? So with a student paper, I do expect a title page formatted appropriately according to APA 7th. And so in addition to that, I provided some resources on what an annotated bibliography, which is the basis of this homework assignment, what that actually looks like. I would expect that you guys have probably done an annotated bibliography at some point in your life, but if not, yay, welcome to the world of annotated bibliographies. The way that I am grading this is relatively simple. So you're going to present to me 5 different references, okay? 5 different bibliographies. Each one of those is going to be worth a total of 2 points. 1 point will be for the actual reference, whether it was formatted correctly according to APA 7th edition style, right? Another point will be for the actual annotation part, the little summarization that you're going to give me about that journal article that you reviewed, or book chapter if you're electing to do a book chapter. So pretty straightforward, no need to do a rubric because I can just grade you easily on both of those things. So provide me with a reference that is formatted correctly according to APA 7th edition, and then you'll get 5 points total for each one of those 5 references. I want them in alphabetical order. I know that there are different ways you can do reference pages. I want mine and when you present this in alphabetical order. And make sure you read through it for any typos, formatting issues, whatever it might be. Very straightforward homework. To frame kind of where I'm hoping you go with this idea. So the program evaluation project, your big project, is going to start out with a needs assessment, okay? And so I want you to start thinking about what type of counseling program you might be interested in presenting as this project, okay? So what does that mean? Well, that means any type of program that could benefit a population that may seek counseling services. You could do some type of outreach service to adolescents. You could potentially look at, I don't know, developing a group for mothers who are also college students and living through a pandemic. So you could be working for a counseling agency now and see that there's a need that's not met by the client population that's served by your agency. And so that would be kind of the basis of an idea, like, wow, like my clients really need some assistance in understanding career development, because we expect a lot from our clients and we expect them to get off of social service programs, but we don't really help them in understanding how they can find a career. So maybe, that's something that I could help do as a quote unquote counselor, right? So the program evaluation project it will start out with the needs assessment. So you basically telling me that this need exists within the counseling world, within your field, within your agency, and because the need exists, then you're going to be kind of developing a program, and this is what that program could potentially look like, okay? So right now, you can start thinking about what type of program you might want to focus on. You don't have to. You could have this first homework be something completely different, completely separate from anything else you do in this class, and that is completely fine. I'm not saying that you have to have that. I'm not saying you have to come up with an idea right now and it's in concrete and you can't change it later on. But if it were me and I knew that I had a big project coming up in the next couple of months that was probably going to require me to look at least 5 references for that project, I would probably start thinking about a topic right now and maybe be able to use those references again down the road later, making my life easier. So start to think about this. I hope that you all are looking at this module prior to Thursday at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So you have time to really formulate a concrete idea. So when you're thinking about a topic, again, give me a couple of sentences to introduce me to whatever the topic is for this annotated bibliography for your homework. I don't need a whole book about why this topic interests you. I really just need a brief overview of why you've selected kind of this topic area and then you're going to be looking at different resources that are out there. So just little things to think about with your references, with the resources that you're citing. Again, one, you're going to find information out there in peer-reviewed journals, related to the counseling profession. I assure you, you will. Don't tell me that you can't. If you can't find anything related to your topic, maybe look at the library resources, like reach out to a librarian, make sure you're searching for things the right way, or maybe think about a different topic, because you can. Don't make it harder on yourself. So you will find information and content out there that come from peer-reviewed journals that are related to counseling. You can go a little bit outside the scope of counseling psych, maybe social work, but really there are enough good journals within the counseling profession that you should find information from those. For this, you could look at a textbook chapter if you wanted to. Those are a little bit lengthier typically and might be a little bit harder to find, but I'm certainly not going to limit you to just journal articles. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of context for the homework itself. In total, it's not a difficult homework assignment, but I do want you to be very detail oriented when you're putting it all together, so that you're not getting points taken off for things that you don't need to get them taken off for. Again, references are a big part of that. So hopefully that gives you a little bit more information. If you have any questions, again, please feel free to ask. I'd rather you ask a question. You guys are adults, you can ask. It's worse to not ask a question and then get something wrong than to ask the question and get some clarification on it. So ask away if you need to, and I look forward to reading your papers.